People have asked me, why Herbalife? And I want to give you just a little list of why Herbalife has become such a remarkable company in the last 15 years. A couple of years in the planning, putting the products together. When I first met Mark, Dick Marconi and those others who helped Mark put this product together, now stretches back about 17 years. Why in the last 17 years has Herbalife reached this incredible place, head and shoulders above the rest in the industry? One of the most remarkable business stories of the 20th century. How did we get here? And I want to give you the list. Here's number one, leadership. Unless somebody steps out front, I'm telling you, nothing's going to happen. You can have the finest products, you can have the finest marketing, you can produce the finest literature, but unless somebody leads the way, the products will gather dust on the shelf. And the marketing plan will be a lifeless set of numbers locked away in some closet. But when somebody takes up the products, takes up the marketing numbers and the idea and steps out front and leads the way, that's what makes something like this finally happen. And I couldn't be more proud of anyone in my life than I am of Mark Hughes, leader of Herbalife. What an incredible job he's done. From the background he came from, no college education, no university education, 9th grade dropout, right? His mother and the tragedy she had. The judge had to decide who he was to live with when he was a little kid. Never met his father until he was 20. And in spite of all of that, found a dream, put it together, and step by step made it work. That's the first prerequisite for something that finally happens like this after 17 years, and that's leadership. Somebody willing to step out front, not only to take advantage of the opportunity, but to take on the responsibility. And Mark has done it now, the last 17 years, with more dignity than any other executive I know around the world. He did it with more courage than anybody else I know. I don't know everybody, but the ones I do know, top executives around the world, nobody's had more courage, nobody's had more dignity, nobody's learned more skills, been more powerful as a leader than Mark Hughes. That's number one. Then, of course, Mark couldn't do it by himself. Not too long ago, Mark realized that in order to go country by country around the rest of the world, he was going to have some help. And he called on the president's team. And he said, I want you to leave your family once in a while, make arrangements in your country to have everything done so you can go visit another country. And the last 2.5 years has seen the most remarkable explosion of people dedicated to an idea as the president's team have crisscrossed the world, leaving their organization, leaving their families for a while, picking up an airline ticket, and someone from Australia heads to Italy, and someone from Italy heads to North America. Someone from Spain goes to South America. It has been the most incredible response to a call that I've ever seen in all of my business history the last 40 years. And my hat's off to those who lended a hand to Mark Hughes, called the President's Team. I'm proud of you. What a job you've done. I'm telling you, some books are going to be written. One about the dream and the vision of Mark Hughes, but also those that picked up the challenge, like the President's Team sitting out here in front of me on this incredible morning. I'm proud of you. Some of you have become my dearest friends. You've become part of my family. This has been the most extraordinary thing that's ever happened to me. I come from a very small family, like one. I mean, I'm it. I'm the prettiest and I'm the ugliest. I'm the youngest and I'm the oldest. I'm the best and I'm the worst. So, an only child. But when I came, About 9 years ago, when Mark invited me to come on board, I asked the Herbalife distributors back then if they would please adopt me, since I was an only child, didn't have any brothers, and didn't have any sisters. And guess what they did? They said, "We will become your brothers and your sisters. Welcome to the Herbalife family." What an exciting day that was for me. So number one, to build a company like this, it takes leadership. Here's number two, the products. What a display we've had here of the history of health and nutrition and these incredible products that have spun out these incredible testimonials the last 15 years. Now millions of people have used these products. And now comes along the best of the best, Dermagetics. Now the finest. Mark said, won't settle for anything but the best. And the testimonials now are going to start to flow from Dermagetics. But what a history it's been. 15 years of quality, second to none. Nothing but the finest. And of course, the best proof of the value of the products is the testimonials. For every testimonial we hear, remember there's thousands that we don't hear. For every testimonial that reaches our ears, there's thousands more that never get to us. There's thousands more testimonials that never appear in an Herbalife journal. So when you hear a testimonial, try to have the vision of all the thousands and tens of thousands of testimonials that are out there working, that are out there doing the job, making Herbalife what it is today, whether it reaches the journal or whether it reaches you or not. Number two is products. Number three, the marketing. I've been around business now for the last 35, 40 years in a very intensive way, and I've never seen a company more generous than Herbalife. I'm telling you, there's been nothing like it, and I want you to soak it up. Take it back with you, the stories. Try to get to meet some of the people who are going to be honored on this stage this evening. It's going to be incredible. Now, here's the fourth reason why Herbalife is so successful. Over these last 15, 16 years, Mark Hughes knew that he could not do the job by himself. Mark knew that he could take the product to his grandmother, but he couldn't take it to everybody's grandmother. He knew that he could take the product to his family, but not everybody's family. So Mark said, I need some help. Rather than advertise on the newspaper and television, radio, I'm going to give that money to some people who will help me. And so Mark put together this incredible marketing system and invited people to join. And I did come in when Herbalife was just a few months old to that first big meeting they had and watched Jerry Shatanovich, watched Doug Stuntz and those others as they responded to the call that Mark gave them. Promises were made in those early days. Mark promised Jerry and Doug that if they would stick around him, he would teach them everything he knew and would help them every way he possibly could. They promised Mark that if Mark took his time and taught them, inspired them, and gave them his attention, that they would be dedicated and they would follow and that they would go do their best. And here's what's exciting about those promises that were made 15 years ago. Those promises still are working today in 1995. And now Mark is still making the promise to you, the promise to me, that he will continue to grow. He'll continue to learn. He'll continue to pass along to all of us his most valuable experience. And he will walk with us each step of the way. And all of you that have arrived at this extravaganza today is proof that you have also promised to Mark that you will study, you will learn, you will grow, and you will help him take this product out and touch the lives of millions of people after you walk out of this Atlanta Dome. And I want to be around for a lot of years to come to watch that promise come true as we march back to our countries, back to our villages, back to our cities, and walk the streets again, make the calls again, conduct the meetings again, touch the people again, It's going to be extraordinary now what's going to happen after this assembly has gotten back to where you came from. I'm telling you, your city will never be the same again. Your family will never be the same again. Your meetings will never be the same again after this extraordinary experience. When you talk to a customer, I'm telling you, they will never be the same again. When you have a training class, it's not going to be like the training classes you had before you got here. After this experience, it's going to be a whole new deal. I can't wait to watch it all unfold. Fantastic. The distributors now is what has made Herbalife come alive. The distributors that tell the story, the distributors that conduct the meetings, the distributors that take the products to the marketplace. I couldn't be more proud of a group of people than I am of you. The stories you've collected, the products you've sold, the times you've been out there when it wasn't that easy to get the job done, when people around you told you that you were crazy or that it wasn't going to work for you. I'm telling you, all of you in this room have been out there working in spite of all of that. And when the weather was bad and the nights were long and the criticism was deep, you went out there and did it anyway. And I'm telling you, the magic of Herbalife is sitting right here in this room. And I want to congratulate you for that. It's your hands that make it work. It's your voice that make it work. It's your words that give the dream content so that somebody can understand it, so that somebody can see it, so that someone can act on it. That's the part you play. And those are the 4 reasons why Herbalife is so tremendously successful. Leadership, products, marketing, and the hands and the voices of the distributors who take it to the marketplace. In the matter of personal development, learn the story of the seasons. There's 3 parts, though, to personal development. Here they are. Number 1, the physical part. Herbalife's extraordinary products, both for nourishment, maintaining your weight control, nourishing the body. Now dermogetics for the outside. First part of personal development is physical. Here's an important thing to remember. The body and the mind work together. You might have ideas, you might have ambition, things you want to accomplish, but here's what the body has to be: a good support system to make your dreams come true. That's why Herbalife plays such an incredible role in its nourishment, giving you the vitality, giving you the energy, giving you the vigor. One ancient phrase said this: treat your body like a temple, something you take extremely good care of. Mark got interested in that all those years ago and has never deviated from that. The best to nourish the body. Why? You got to have a good physical support system if you want to make your dreams come true. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, the mind says, let's go get them, and the body says, I can't get out of bed. You just got to say, body, that's the last time. I'll walk you around the block until you got the muscles. I'll take you to the gym until you're strong. I'll, put an extra couple of shakes down you until you get vital and fit. I'm telling you. Nourish the body. Habits you've got that are going to be destructive, I'm telling you, minimize those to the best of your ability, so that you'll have a body that will take you places you want to go, make your dreams come true, that'll have the vitality and the power, the influence. Now there's another part to the physical, and that's physical appearance. Not only should you look good or feel good, you got to look good. Physical appearance, I'm telling you, is part of success. You say, well, people shouldn't judge you by your appearance. Let me give you a clue. They do. They do. Now, of course, when people get to know you, they'll judge you by more than what they see. But at first, they're going to take a look. And here's some of the best advice I've got. Make sure the outside of your physical appearance is a true reflection of the inside. Make sure you work on that. As you appear on the outside, let that be a good indication of what's going on in your heart, what's going on in your head, what's going on in your soul. So take care of the physical. Now here's the second part, the spiritual. I'm not here to win anyone to my point of view, but I do happen to believe in human spirituality, that we're not just animals, an advanced form of the animal kingdom. We're a special creation. I happen to be a believer. I'm not here to persuade you to my personal belief. But if you are a believer, don't neglect, study, and practice your spirituality. Pay attention. Let it grow. Let it be a vital part of your life and your future. Don't neglect. Key phrase, one of the greatest reasons why people don't have what they want, they simply neglect. They neglect the small things. They neglect the details. They neglect daily operation. They neglect consistency. Don't let neglect grab you by the throat, keep you in the shadows while others are walking into the sunlight. And here's an important one. Number one, don't neglect nourishment. Number two, don't neglect physical appearance. And number three, don't neglect your spirituality. Now here's the next one. That's the mind. One of the reasons we came to this extravaganza was to celebrate, yes. It was to exchange ideas, yes. It was to get to know each other, yes. But here's one of the most important reasons for being at extravaganza, and that was to have a mental feast. Things to ponder. There's an ancient script that says humans cannot live on food alone. And here was the addition to that statement: humans cannot live just on food. Animals can, dogs can, alligators can, spiders can, but humans cannot live just on food. Here's what it says: humans also have to have words, words that nourish the mind, words that nourish the soul, words that nourish the spirit. And I've been so pleased as I've sat here day after day, from the planning meetings to the president's team to the chairman's class to all of the training that's gone on here the last 2 or 3 days, you have had an incredible diet of good words. I'm asking you to treasure those words. I'm asking you to let those words affect your thoughts. Let it affect your mind. Let it affect your goals. Let it affect your intensity for the future. Good words. Words, one ancient prophet said, are like a lamp for your feet so you can see where to walk, and a light for your pathway so you can see where to go. Thank God for the words that formulated Mark's dream 15 years ago. Thank God for the training of the president's team that crisscrossed the world. Thank God for every class that's being held on Saturday morning, the training classes. Words that are spread out now all around the world. Words of hope, words of encouragement, words of life. Let your mind be fed with all good words. And then here's the next one. Make sure you deliver good words. There's people in the dark until you get there with your words. People will be unhealthy until you arrive. They won't know where to go until you come and show them the way. A lot of people are going to be lost until you're out there saying, hey, I've got a light. Come my way. I can show you how to get out. I can show you how to get out of a bad situation. I got a way out. And let your words shine. Let your words be life. Let them be bread and let them be light. You're the light of the world.